Have you been told to avoid certain notes when you improvise? Well, what happens if you do play them? Will the jazz police come and get you? In this video, you get a simple tip to use some of those avoid notes and sound great while doing it. Hi, my name is Jason Klobnak and I'm a jazz trumpeter from Denver, Colorado that helps musicians find a better way to improvise. If you're looking for a quick jazz improv tip that will help your soloing, then you've come to the right place. In certain circles of the jazz improv universe, there is a hard and fast rule that certain chords have notes that you must avoid. Now, to be fair, this rule started out as a helpful guideline to the scale chord method to keep beginners from landing or hanging out on them. Over time, though, that advice morphed into a law punishable by public humiliation. It was sometime during this transition that the Society of Jazz Police was formed. They took it upon themselves to enforce erroneous rules like the avoid note and others while at jam sessions, club dates, and finally made its way into online forums and social media groups. Beginners are often so fearful of playing these so-called avoid notes that they have mentally transformed them into wrong notes. And I want to tell you that there is no such thing as wrong notes when you're improvising. I also want to show you that if you use them the right way, even these so-called avoid notes can be turned into great sounding lines. So let's start with the most common of these so-called avoid notes, the natural 11th or that fourth note of a major scale. The big issue with this one is when players target this note at the end of their phrase. The half-step sound against the third scale degree, which really helps define the quality or sound of the major chord, has a really dissonant rub if you hang out there. Now, in risking having this YouTube channel shut down by the jazz police, here's what that would sound like. Some dissonance for sure. Now, clearly we don't want to target that note or make it our punctuation. But that shouldn't mean that we avoid the note altogether over a major chord. What about starting a line on that so-called avoid note? Or even sprinkling it in throughout the line as we land on or target a good note choice. Let's take this line, for example. It's full of that dreaded avoid note, yet over the major chord will sound great. The reason why this works is because music is full of tension and resolution. If all we played is resolved sounding tones, we quickly become monotonous. And like life, music is enhanced with tension. Okay, so let's do another one. This is a favorite of mine and even gets me some of those side-eyed looks from even the non-jazz police. It's the major third over a minor chord. For the chord scale theory folks, this isn't even an option to play at all. Like the other avoid note we explored, there's a lot of dissonance. This one will definitely get the jazz police riled up. Here's what it sounds like. You might see why that's considered an avoid note if you were to target and land on it. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you'll know I'm a big chromatic targeting fan. So what if we use this major avoid note as a stepping stone to get to a target like this? Here's what it would sound like in context over a minor chord. Like with most of these videos, I have a play along to show you how I might use lines similar to what I showed you over progression. One is over a vamp in major while the other one in minor. Then give you a chance to try it on this video too. How did it go? Was it liberating to play some of those notes you were told not to? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of this tip. If you were contacted by the jazz police, please let me know, because we might be able to set up a jazz bond and arrange for your release. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it has added value or benefit to your playing in some way. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell that's right next to it, and that lets you know when another video comes out. And if you know any other musician that might find this useful, you can share it with them too. Until then, my name is Jason Klobnak, and I'll see you on the next one.